evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Untold, your show where we get to meet new people every day and we get to learn about them and their stories. I'm being joined by my new co-host.
Hadeel, not so new anymore.
Not
okay?
so new anymore.
I am Hadeel AlMusaileem.
Hadeel AlMusaileem.
And I'm really happy that we are getting to know a fellow co-host.
Yes.
Which is quite interesting.
It is quite interesting.
I was in that seat before.
Oh, yeah?
In the same show.
True. He interviewed me 2 years ago, and it's gonna be fun to interview him. He's no stranger to this channel. Right after this, Dashti will be joining us. All right, we're back, being joined by our very special guest, a guest that's no stranger to KTV at all. I don't know how to present you. You're a TV personality, sports commentator, translator. You acted. I heard that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Former football player, right?
Yeah.
So many accolades.
You know,
Farid is a multitasker.
Multitasker.
This is first of all, I would like to say,
Farid Dashti, by the way.
I'm honored,
Yes.
to be with you guys, Hadeel AlMazeedi, really, and I wish you all the best in your beautiful
Thank you,
program and this beautiful podcast.
Thank you.
Definitely, you see, these are different periods of my life.
Your
So
lifetime.
each period has its own time. So for
Right.
example, sports, being a player, this was back in the 90s.
MashaAllah.
And we're talking about, for example, some of the acting and the being abroad, studying.
yeah.
I have a master's degree in electronics engineering. I also work in engineering sector in the Ministry of Information. Definitely, all these things in life.
One thing leads to another, it
Yeah,
seems,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
One thing leads to another.
Yeah, all these things, gave me these experiences, different kind of experience. So this enhances the cultural, let's say, education or experience of the
Individual.
media personnel.
Right. Yeah. Amazing.
So-
Well, we want to start with the beginning, if there is a beginning to all this.
There is, I mean,
there is a
he's-
beginning, right?
He's he's our colleague. He's
Yes.
a TV presenter. It's like I don't know how it feels. It feels like
Look,
If we can start from the beginning,
now
that'd be great.
Yeah,
now I know what you felt when you had me. Like it
Oh.
just feels like like what are you talking about? We do the same thing, but you do more than obviously what
Well,
I do.
No,
he's-
I mean,
he's-
you
he's-
guys
yeah.
all going on the same ladder, so it's not like,
Inshallah.
yeah,
So,
definitely. But
Let's start
Start
from
with the basic question here. I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what is so special about TV presenting? What makes it special?
you see, frankly saying, it was like by chance and a coincidence. It's not like,
Yeah,
I
what is
really-
your story? How
Yeah,
did Farid
yeah,
become a
m-
TV
my-
personality?
Share your story.
Yeah.
There's no story. You see, it's your character, it's your charisma. Okay, I used to talk a lot and tell a lot of stories.
You're a storyteller.
Yeah, like in the neighborhood.
Nice.
Back in the days.
Back in the days.
I have 4 or 5 guys sitting, and I was telling the story of the day. Whether falling from my bicycle or or motorbike.
Situations.
So
Situations,
situations.
yeah.
So
So you
this
created your own sitcom.
yeah. So this became like a habit for me.
Right.
It's second nature. It's not like
To
something.
be talking to a group of people and being the
Yeah,
center
this
of
is
attention
this
and
is
to entertain them basically
exactly
through your stories.
exactly. And
Yeah.
it's your character. But it's all started when I was supervising one of the radio studios, and I guess it was 99.7, the
Oh,
super
nice.
station.
Nice.
And then I saw this news anchor, came in, just read the news, and he left the newspapers in a trash can. And I took them, and I said,
From the
"Oh,
trash.
Yeah,
Give it a shot.
yeah, because I heard the way he was reading, he was average. I mean, he's not like that super, reader. So I said, you know what, let me try. And I had, God bless my mom, she passed away. She had
so-
this, you remember those small recorders?
The tape
Oh,
The tape
oh,
recorders,
tape
yeah.
recorders. I had one as a kid with the
Yeah, yeah.
headphones.
Yeah, I took that and I started reading, recording myself. Then the guy who was in charge, he was Ahmed Makki. Basically he was in charge of the English.
Yeah, I know him.
news.
Like
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ahmed is very old. Definitely,
Yeah.
shout out for Ahmed Makki.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Messi
big shout out for him.
Messi,
He's
right.
he's
So
one of the best.
I told him, listen, there is a guy, who wants to be a newsreader and a radio. He said, okay, why not? Just bring him, let us test him, and see his voice in the recording. And I said, the guy he recorded himself. I said, okay, can I hear it? He said, yeah. And I took out the recorder, and he said, oh, awesome. He has this voice, and this is really a radio voice. You need that,
That
deep, exactly.
So
You
so
do have that deep voice, by the way.
yeah, so
Yeah.
he didn't realize that was me.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I said, "You sure?" Because I was really hesitated somehow. Because I
It's
don't
the
want
first time
the reaction.
recording and all
Of,
that,
if it went south, then I will be really unannoyed because
Right.
it's somebody else.
Right.
So I told him, "You're happy with him?" He said, "Yeah." Really? He said, "Yeah." He said,
That's it.
"He's a
It's
smooth."
using-
Yeah.
yeah.
I said, "Okay, it's me." He said,
What?
what? What? No way.
You're kidding,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And he rewind and heard it again. I said, "Yeah, that's you, Farid." And okay. So from
you
now on,
started.
I started.
News reporting
No,
on
I was
on the radio.
on the radio,
Yes.
and also giving the introduction. It was like there is
And this
another
is in English
station
we're
in
talking,
English.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
we're talking
started
about
in English, yeah,
English,
yeah.
and it was 965 hertz channel. It's called the European channel. Yeah,
All right.
and you give introduction and closing at the end.
Yeah.
It's only 3 hours, and you read the news in the middle. That's it.
Nice. That was your starting.
That was the starting. And by chance also,
Yeah, the transition to television.
yeah, to TV.
right? The
Yeah,
transition
that's
to
what I was,
television.
coming in my way. So I went to, I remember the coach saw me, he said, "Oh, Farid, you're still in shape." And I said, the guy he used to coach the ministry team for football. And he works also in the sports channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He said to me, "Farid, you're still in shape. How about playing for the ministry?" I said, "Okay, I don't mind."
Yeah,
Well,
we do
we
have
have
a
a ministry
ministry.
team?
We do.
Yes, yes,
And for
yes.
all sports, we even have a bowling team. We
Exactly.
have a lot
Can
of
I
them.
join?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
I
absolutely,
wanted
yeah.
to join the bowling team, but I had no
Cool.
time. But you can definitely.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
all right, all right.
So they said, "Okay, Coach Farid, you are an ex-player of a Shabab
Yeah,
club, and
yeah.
definitely you have the experience. I want you to lead the defense line, and they don't know. They need some experience, some expert player." And I said, "Okay." Then I went with him in channel. The other guys also, they used to play for Al Yarmouk club. They saw me, "Oh, Farid, we heard you are in the States." I said, "Yeah, I came back, and you work here in the ministry?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, do you care joining us in some programs?" I said,
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
You're like the kind of person that's just like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like,
You're
Do
the
you wanna do
ultimate
this? Yeah, sure.
opportunist. You would take any opportunity.
Exactly.
Give it to you, and
That's
that's
Yeah, you
how
don't miss
you've lived this
opportunities.
life. Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this was like, we're talking about what? First months and
At
when
the
I joined-
ministry?
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
ministry,
yeah.
yeah.
that was
So,
quick.
yeah, so this was like in 2000, late 2002. Okay, so after that, and I said, okay. Then the first championship was it was a tennis table for Selwa.
Chess.
Selwa, God bless her. So,
So-
yeah, the daughter of the late Prince Sabah, the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabr Al-Sabah, and it was the first championship. So it was Selwa because the basically players were foreigners. So this is the first time in the sports channel, some reporter who nobody knows him, he speaks English, Arabic, and he translates on air, and voila,
It was
that
your chance and you
yeah,
took it.
Yeah, that's it.
I love that. I love taking chances sometimes, but I'm not.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Underline.
Underline sometimes because sometimes when you take chances, you're probably just gonna regret it. But
Not
I think
every time.
Not every.
And
That's why I
then,
said sometimes.
by the way, after that championship, KTV2 came and said, Farid, you got to be with us. Yeah, then, I saw alternating between Sports Channel and KTV2.
I actually had the chance to work at Sports Channel too. So
Yeah, I
it's-
remember you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you-
worked together.
I'm a KTV2 exclusive. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a good one. Exclusive, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not exclusive.
All right, all right.
So that's it. That's the story. From now, from then,
Yeah.
until now, and that's it.
All
Programs comes and goes.
Come and go. You started on TV. You started as a reporter first.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the way working your way
Exactly.
up to
To
having
be,
your own show.
your own show. Because frankly, with all the due respect, I know nowadays a lot of people want the fast
Right,
and quick step
right.
to be a host.
Absolutely.
This is wrong.
You have to follow.
Start. Yeah.
You have to start
be
from the
a
There's a
reporter.
ladder you gotta climb.
Exactly. And you know what? No, because this will really basically sharpen you better.
Gives you
Makes
skills.
you really, like now, for example, a lot of people, a lot of hosts or TV presenters, they need auto cue.
Yeah.
Some of them,
I'm not much of an
some they
audio
don't
person.
want.
I'll
You know
have
what
to
I mean?
Some who
admit. I
can't
don't-
work with an
Yeah,
auto
exactly.
cue.
I cannot. I'm more of I like to improvise a
Yeah.
lot. You see me when I try to do auto cue. I'm not really good at it. I like to improvise.
Which means you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah, you have a lot on your
I
mind.
like to improvise. Like,
But I
give
love
me any topic.
I love the auto cue serves its purpose.
They're
Yeah.
used to something else. They're used to being
Yeah.
told on what to say.
Yeah, and I said, listen, you have to give us only the basic, the topics, and then that's where we trained here in Kuwait TV. Okay, you give us the topic, and then we do the questions. We don't go step by step like elementary school. The teacher tells you step by step. No,
Right,
this
right.
is not here.
Yeah.
So that's why Kuwait TV is very tough and strong, and the personnel in Kuwait TV are really one of the best.
I
Absolutely.
agree.
Absolutely.
We rely on our skills.
We have a lot of skillful
It's
people.
not just do this and then you do it. No,
Yeah.
you have to be skillful. And Farid is very skillful. I've seen him like.
He's one of the most skilled men I've
Thank
met
you.
in
No,
my
no,
lifetime.
honestly,
I'm the least, guys. Come on.
Oh,
no, he's just being modest right now.
He's very modest, very
I've been
modest.
with him. I've seen.
I
him
mean,
work.
guys, if you work for a long while, definitely.
you have the charisma for it.
Yeah, you'll have it easy,
He does.
just like that. So
so out of everything you've experienced, what do you truly enjoy the most? Television hosting, news reporting, sports commentating, playing football back in the day?
All of the above.
Frankly,
If
frankly,
you can choose one.
playing football. I still play.
football.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
honestly, I still
Playing
play.
football.
I have.
You still play, mashallah.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Although I have some knee problems because the aging
You're
thing.
still going, still
but,
going.
But
No,
still,
you're still young.
Yeah,
You're
you
still
know.
young.
But definitely TV presenting is the best. I have now
it's
a
fun.
program which is I really love.
Good Morning Kuwait.
Good Morning Kuwait. And it's like basically the facade of the
Right.
channel. So,
Right. Yeah.
So
Alright.
yeah.
So,
Everyone putting on KTV2 in the
Yeah.
morning, watching you
Yeah,
guys.
you have.
doing
We
your
host.
best.
We host
Yeah.
a lot of ambassadors and
Absolutely.
excellencies and
And we have our assistant director here who works also with
absolutely,
you guys. And
absolutely.
she's been doing amazing recently.
yeah, Lemhanna definitely
Yep.
with us. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well, yeah, we'll take our break.
Let's take
and
a
we'll
break.
come back
Okay.
and continue this conversation.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yeah,
We'll
we
be
need a
right
break.
back.
So we're back again after the break, and we're still with Farid Dashti.
Yes,
So
and,
Ahmed, I believe you have a question.
Not a question, but a statement how the tables have turned. 2 years ago,
Okay.
almost to the date, I was a guest on Sunshine,
Yeah.
which is Good Morning
Good
Kuwait
Morning
now.
Kuwait now,
Back
exactly.
then, Sunshine.
Exactly.
And you interviewed me as well as Emil, I believe, at
Yeah,
the time.
Ahmad
And we had
ALMazeedi,
a conversation about technology.
Oh yeah, it
But
was.
look how 2
about-
years, look how things changed.
Really, you enlightened us, honestly, on that day, because frankly,
fun.
there's a lot of people talk about the Android and iOS. So, and you gave,
Oh,
the,
it was fun. It was
the
my
negative
only
and
ever
positive.
live experience, actually. That was the only time doing a live show.
So,
it was fun.
what do you think now? Android or iOS?
Both, just like how I said last time on that
Okay.
show and on this show. Both.
Okay.
iOS.
Yeah.
I would go for iOS.
iOS.
Definitely.
All right.
I
sure.
have Android, so.
Android. So 2 against 1, I guess.
Guess what? I mean, you have both.
I have
mean,
both.
you're
No, it's
you
tight,
don't count.
it's tight.
You're,
Yeah, it's tight.
You're
it's
on the
tight.
side.
All right, let's jump back into it.
Okay. Farid, what is the most challenging thing about your job? I mean, being a TV presenter.
Frankly, when you, let's say you have interview and you don't know whatsoever about your guest, this is really tough.
Been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, sometimes you can Google a lot of things,
Right.
but not everything you can Google it.
True.
Unless you have this backbone, as I said, experience. And that saves me a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, and this needs somebody who lived long, who passed a lot of
Life
periods,
experience.
life
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
definitely. And this is exactly one of the most important thing. Other than that, it's not rocket science, guys. Honestly,
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
But it's either in you or not. You know what I mean? Because if it's in you, let's say there's no OTQ, you don't know much of information about your guest, still you can't get
You
it
can
like
still,
that.
yeah.
'Cause
Just from
it's-
chit-chatting from the beginning.
Exactly.
and-
Sensing,
Exactly.
that the feeling of your guest. Sometimes it's good to sit with your guest before being on air.
Yeah, we
That's
love doing
exactly
that.
what
The
we
chit
do,
chat before
yeah.
we film, we
Exactly.
love doing that.
Yeah,
we get to know
'cause-
them more
exactly.
than what's written in the script. Because
Exactly.
we're hearing from the person.
Hearing and also the way he responds to you. Is he a good talker?
Right.
Is he only answers short answers?
Right.
Is he
You can get a feel.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
get a
can
feel
get a
for
feel.
it,
And
yeah.
is he like flexible?
Is he
with you?
talkative?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Which certain subjects excited him more? So
Exactly.
you can
Yeah.
ask those
Jump
type of
into
questions.
it and just grab.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
Stuff like
but
that.
other than that, believe it or not, it's beautiful, and I like it honestly.
It's more of a hobby than a job for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more of a hobby.
The best job is when you don't feel like you're working.
If you love it,
Yeah.
see, if you love what you're doing, it's more becomes a hobby than a job.
Do you feel like we're working right now?
I feel
Today-
like we're having fun. We're
having
Today,
having a chat right now.
today, for example, believe it or not, I was in a radio station, and I was talking to this guy about Hadeel AlMusaileem, a commentator,
Okay.
and he gets all the credit. Hadeel AlMusaileem. Why? Because football came to Kuwait in the 30s from India. Why? Because they were occupied by the British. It was
Right.
colonized.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
remember? So they took football from the Brits, and Kuwaiti, they go for business and commerce and stuff like that. They brought this football, this hobby to Kuwait. So it was what? The terminology was English. Corner, offside, foul, pass, okay, penalty. Thank you, Hadeel AlMusaileem. He made it in Arabic. Foul, khata, corner, ركلة ركنية.
Translated.
Translated. He was the first. He was the pioneer. And then it spread all over, the Gulf and the basically the Arabian Peninsula.
Information I did not know. Did you know?
Nope.
No, we didn't.
You
I-
learn things every day, especially on
we
the
owe
Untold.
it to Hadeel AlMusaileem, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big,
the king of the
cheers to him.
commentators.
Wow.
Yeah.
From commentary to live translation, isn't that
A
just
big jump.
Big jump, and then live translation is a whole different.
Yeah,
world.
absolutely,
Especially
absolutely.
in
I was
live
instant
air.
translation.
honestly, I did it like many times, but honestly, I was forced to do it.
Forced.
Yeah, frankly.
He had to do it.
Yeah,
No choice.
we had to do it.
We
See,
almost
that's-
had you last time for
yeah,
elections.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember the OCA, the
OCA stands
Asian
for?
Council, athletes.
Okay.
Okay. It was like Sheikh Ahmad Al-Fahd was the president of that. You
All
know,
right, cool.
yeah, and you remember the building Olympia.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So there was election, and I had to translate. They were
Instant.
speaking, Arabic, English, and I
You gotta
used to
translate to
I have to
Arabic.
translate to Arabic. So
I feel like it's easier the other
yeah,
way around.
yeah, I know, but you see, said Farid, okay, save the situation.
No choice.
No
You
choice.
had to do it. They
So
were
you have to do it.
depending
So
on you.
You're the man
Things,
for the job.
yeah, exactly. Things, they start clicking, and uh, but exactly. I don't rather do it without preparations, But sometimes you have to. That's a TV presenter has to be like that.
Improvise.
Improvise.
Improvisation. Thinking
You have
at
to
the
be
top of your
ready.
feet.
You have to be ready. So
But-
so today I was, for example, talking about that. The guy said to me, Farid, please, can you be my host? 5 minutes. The show is for 1 hour. Please, if it suits you, 5 minutes. I wanted to talk about that. I said, okay. I went there. I stayed half an hour.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
minutes. He just told him
Yeah.
5 minutes, but he wasn't meaning it.
But you
But-
talk about, you remember, what's his name? The scientist, American scientist.
American scientist.
The black guy.
The black guy.
I
Okay.
can't. What did he invent?
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
Okay.
Bill Nye?
Bill Nye?
Yeah, I remember the other day he was saying, that all the galaxy and names and the stars, have Arabic names. See,
Interesting.
this is true.
We are the pioneers of math.
So
after
where-
all. I mean, not
so
me, but
Numbers.
he was
Or
somehow
your ancestors.
somehow asking in, the other way around, where is the Arab scientist now?
Now.
Now, yeah.
what happened to Arab scientists?
So-
Being
They
buried.
they migrate and become
No, you see,
Different.
That's
back
basically
in
what happened.
back in the days during the Abbasid, Caliphate and Fatimid and also Umayyad, there was let's say huge revolution of science. They translated the Persian books and the Chinese books to Arabic, and then you see that the Arabs became really pioneers in science and technology, logarithms,
yes.
Al-Khawarizmi.
Yes.
You see,
yes,
other-
absolutely.
the-
You should be an educator.
I mean,
just
we
put it
might
out
as
there
well
because-
at this point.
Because right now I'm learning a lot, and he has such an interesting way of saying, "Listen
He
to
would
me,
be
I
a,
have
a
story
great
here."
guest speaker at
It's
a
like
big
story
class,
time, I
you know?
swear. But if I'm gonna talk about presenting, do you prefer presenting on TV or radio? Like which
And
is
what
more
was
comfortable?
the difference to you when you first started doing it?
You see, to be a good TV presenter, you have to be a radio
Presenter.
presenter.
Interesting.
Okay. We should try that.
You know
Yeah,
why?
Have you tried radio?
No,
Ask,
but I
ask
think
me
it's gonna be
why.
something like
Why?
this.
Because on TV, definitely you have the camera there, so you don't need to give more impressions and impressions to deliver the message
There's
for
body
the
language.
You rely
on
There's a
people's
visual.
sight.
Ah.
There's a visual.
Where, however,
It's
in the radio,
audio
you
only.
have to give your soul
yeah.
and the impression, giving, what's
give
the
that energy.
atmosphere.
Technically harder.
Yeah, harder.
What do you think about it?
So that's
Technically
why
harder.
when we become
thought it was
when you
gonna be
become
easier.
from radio to TV, you're definitely gonna
easy.
rack,
Okay.
But
The other
that's
way around.
Yeah, but the other way around, it's really hard.
It's
for
a challenge for us to overcome one
Yeah,
day.
do you want to try it someday?
Yeah, why not? I
should.
mean,
What happened to KTV2 exclusive? I think it was an English exclusive, I think is what he said.
English exclusive.
I think is that what
but
he
we
meant.
should definitely try radio.
Yeah.
And
so basically, in a radio studio, you have to give to deliver the impression, so he knows that the listener knows what's the atmosphere of this conversation. Is it politics? Is it sport? Is it
you have to
education?
give a
Yeah.
certain level of energy,
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
And you control how your tone, when
Your
it
tone,
increases, when
exactly,
it's
exactly.
I
like
think
you're a different
it's-
person when you're doing news. You're a different person
Exa-
when you're doing
oh, absolutely,
the TV.
absolutely.
It's a whole different.
But how did you learn that? I mean, you already have it, but how did you develop yourself? How do you train yourself?
It's
to be
basically
better?
by working,
Okay.
Practice
doing
makes
yeah,
perfect.
practice exactly. You have to work. For example, this guy comes to you, this guest, he doesn't
Nervous.
speak a lot. Then
How
you
to
have
get him to talk.
exactly how to
Yeah.
get him to talk. For example, on radio station, this is hard. Then let's say this guy coming with a story, a novel. So in the novel, you have to have certain questions and
The vibes.
approach
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
vibes. Exactly. No, this guy, he's sport. He's a sportsman. Then you have to be energetic. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And the
Match
way-
his energy.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's something like that.
It's a lot of great techniques given away for free.
I
right
mean,
here.
frankly,
Right here. That's a free
I-
class.
honestly, I didn't go to any training course, by the way.
You had it. You had
Yeah,
it in you.
so
You had
it's
it in
it's it's like it's by practice, so it becomes
Yeah.
really easy, you know.
I
And
think-
and be honest, guys. You know what I mean? Like I always ask, maybe Fawazi's supervisor,
Right.
Fawaz Dashti, sometimes I tell him, please, let's not to fight before the air, because
Oh.
it will be obvious on my face, because I'm honest. I don't, you know what I mean?
So then
You
you like
cannot,
before
like-
air, you like to be in your zone.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
I always want to be, calm, hi, hello, that's it. I don't want to go into conversation. Maybe somebody would snap me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah.
So you try your best to keep.
Yeah, because
keep
when I
yourself on the move.
when I go on air, it's me.
Yeah,
Anybody knows me from 20 years ago
that's me.
and today
It's you.
he knows. Oh,
Yeah.
this is Farid. I know him. That's him.
So Farid, who is your role model?
Frankly, there's plenty, but I used to watch the show 60 Minutes on CNN Network, and it was Mike Wallace. I love the way he, asks his questions, the way he presents, the topic, natural.
Has a character,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Character.
Beautiful charisma. And he has this gray hair with his suit. It's amazing.
Yeah, he has that personality.
Yeah.
As a TV presenter like you, would you give any advice to new TV presenters? I mean, once I started, I needed any kind of advice.
I know, and they throw you on the sea,
You
without
remember how it
life
was?
jacket. That's how you
Without
learn.
a
They
life
just
jacket.
threw me on air.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
can you tell me
You
what
see,
is happening here?
This is definitely I advise anybody comes into the media, it's better to take training course. That's one. Two, be yourself, be natural, and please, step by step, don't just say I want to be Oprah Winfrey. Come on, you know what I-
Oprah Winfrey took the ladder to be
yeah,
Oprah
exactly.
Winfrey.
She took the ladder, and so basically you have to be a reporter,
Patient.
patient, years, and after that you'll reach your goal.
All
Did,
right.
did you check on under your seats? I had gifts just like Oprah.
Oh,
Really?
you did? Should I check right
Oh,
now?
really? Let me see.
No, he didn't.
Sure, it's not life jacket.
We had a blast talking with you today. What a beautiful episode.
I had fun.
We had so much fun.
Thank you, Dad.
We
Thank
learned
you.
so much about you.
Thank you, guys.
Because people get to see these TV personalities, but we never get to know them.
Know them,
And I
exactly.
believe today, with the Untold, we got to know Farid Dashti a bit better.
I've worked
Thank
with
you.
you and I haven't seen this personality before, so it was fun.
Thank you very much, Hadeel. Thank you very much, Ahmed.
All right, thank you for your time. We'll be back for the wrap up right after this.
So we reached the end of our episode from the Untold.
You seem so sad.
A little because
It was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. I had fun. I always have fun. I don't know why. But anyway, like on the show, okay? For the past few episodes,
You want to
I've
have
been
a bad
having fun.
time on the show?
No, I don't want to have a bad time. But like, this show's never boring. which
No,
is
because
cool.
each episode is going to introduce you to someone new and you'll learn something about their life. So it'll never feel boring. That's why The Untold is one of the most watched shows on KTV too.
You think so?
I believe so.
I know so.
I know so.
All right, so
All right, let's wrap it up and we'll see you next time with a brand new episode. You got anything to say?
that's it. Good night.
Good night.